Do you want to know the secrets behind getting into the flow state? Getting into the flow state is actually easier than you would think. It really is just getting the fuck out of your own way. That's what getting into the flow state really is get the fuck out of your own way. Every single day, we collect wood, we get that wood, and we turn it into that house, we turn the dollars, and we turn it into something else. So, really what getting into the flow is just living day by day, living in the moment. Learning how to get into nature's natural rhythm. Nature has a certain rhythm, and when you get into that rhythm, it's like you're just tapping into that beat. You're getting all the green lights. It's like if you wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and you're hitting all the green lights because you woke up earlier than usual because, you know, there's less traffic, let's say, because you woke up earlier than when most people wake up, so there's less traffic, therefore you're getting all the green lights because there's less traffic. That's just a small example. It's like, what is that flow? What is that beat that I gotta get it into to get life, to make life easy again? And that's what I've always been searching for. What is that flow state? How to get into flow? Part of getting into flow is breaking and kind of separating the fantasies and hallucinations that society wants for you and what you want for yourself. Because you can't get into the flow when you're always having to think and be stressed out about what other people want you to do, who you should be, how to think, this and that, this and that. Because they're always putting this kind of high pressure scenario for you. But also, being a part of the flow is accepting life as it is. Accepting day by day. This is who I am today. I can't do no more than this. This is what I got. It's like accepting your limits, but while still pushing and still breaking those and still pushing forward to maximize your potential. So it's not to say that, you know, we're not striving for perfection, we're not striving for greatness, but it's to say that we're also practical. Like, you know, today is today. You know, for example, I know, like, I don't know, I know in my case, for example, like, you know, you want to aim so high, you want to aim so far, but, you know, you're day one into something, right? So a lot of us, we want to be superstars, we want to be impressive before we actually do the work, before we put the time and the investment into it. And for whatever the reasons are, maybe we want to impress friends and family, maybe we want to show off, or maybe we just want people to like us. Whatever the reasons are, there's a lot of reasons for why we could want to overshoot our desires. Now, a large part of it probably comes down to the fact that we want everyone around us to like us. We want everyone around us to appreciate us. So we want to kind of like fast forward and accelerate the process. However, consider this. By trying to fast forward and accelerate the process, you might be bringing yourself out of flow. A huge part of being in flow is just being in the moment, accepting this moment as it is. This is where I'm at, and that's okay. 1 punch, 2 punch, 3 punch, 4 punch. Punch, punch, kick. So sometimes what brings you out of the flow, it's trying to, it's like romanticizing the future, or romanticizing a reality that it should be, but we're not there yet. So for example, I'm dreaming of this dream house, and I really want it so badly. Oh my god, I can't wait for this house. But, you know, here I am, still stuck here and now. And I'm here in this moment. But I really wish I was over there instead. Now I'm out of the moment. Now I'm not appreciating here and now. So as opposed to, man, me being inspired to move forward, what that does is that it creates a distance. It creates a separation and says, man, I don't want to be here, I want to be over there. And instead of actually moving forward, you say to yourself, well, I give up. I'm not over there, so forget it. I don't even want it. And this brings you out of the flow. A lot of the great masters tell us, with infinite patience comes instant success. Ponder on that for a moment. If you're so patient, success happens rapidly. And this goes back to just get out of your own way. What is that goal you want? Do something every single day to progress. Even if you suck, you know, day 1, day 2, day 3 sucks. And then you kind of learn to live and roll with the embarrassment and the bad feelings and the bad emotions that are there. Now, this is assuming that you really, really want that desire. I don't recommend that you overburden your ego too much. Like the way I did. I overburdened my fucking ego to the max by doing like a billion different things. And this really hurts the ego. It's like you're doing too much, too fast, too soon. You're overtaxing your system. It's very much similar to putting yourself in the fight or flight state. It's like you're always having to be in this do or die situation. But this is more of a product of kind of like the perfectionism mindset or desiring to be Superman, but you're still not quite there yet. And what this really means is that life, we go through these stages. And sometimes, like, you really just gotta accept those stages and learn to just be. Now, again, you know, because we all coming from different kind of circumstances, all from different perspectives, you got to put this and apply it in a way that makes rightful sense to you. Because sometimes you being in the flow means that you are breaking away from societal's conditions, that you're breaking away from what usually is true and what is normal. Or you know what, maybe being in the flow for you really means just accept life as it is. Go through the BS, go through the flow, go through the rivers, and then by the end of it, you'll get everything that you want. So I'm not trying to say that there is a right or wrong answer here, but I'm trying to say that there is a rhythm. There's a rhythm that when you go in and out of, life is more easy. Life is more fun. And there's something called the conscious mind. The conscious mind is a choosing aspect of you. Now, if you get deep into philosophy, philosophy also says that there is no I, there is a observing self. The observing self is just watching us go through the motion. And what that essentially means is that we're not even here, we're just watching ourselves. I guess you can say that we have these instincts, and our conscious mind trains these instincts, and then we go on autopilot watching ourselves. Kind of like a movie. It's like we set the instructions and then we watch the movie play. So this is the conscious and subconscious relationship. The conscious chooses what to do, and it only has a certain amount of attention span before it gives up. And then the subconscious mind is the total database of everything that you have installed prior to, or you could say that it is your collection of experiences and your instincts from prior to. It's like your library, it's like your database, it's your memory bank. And it's easier the more times you do something. The more times you do something, the easier it becomes. Once my father took me to this ballerina show, and I was like, wow, this ballerina is so elegant, so beautiful. And then right after the show, I approached her. I was like, can you tell me your secret? Can you tell me like I don't know, like how you make it look so easy? And then she just told me, I don't know, I just go up there and I do what I normally do, and that's it. And I just looked at her like puzzled, like what do you mean? Like what, you gotta have a secret of some kind. Usually what happens is that sometimes people forget how they got good at something through their natural production, through their natural daily grind. Because you can't focus forward and think and reflect at the same time. You can't think forward and reflect at the same time. The mind can only focus on one thing at a time in terms of being optimal and efficient. Now, if you want to overclock your system, you could transcend the barriers of what we say that the mind can achieve. But I'm talking about for like everyday casual daily life, your mind can only think in terms of forward thinking. That's all for me today on how to get into the flow state. Into the flow state is very easy when you get out of your own way. Take life as it is, one step at a time. Accept this moment here and now. Build towards your desires. And slowly progress. You'll eventually get there. Almost as if it happened instantly. Once you get out of your own way. Do one small thing every single day that will help you progress towards your dreams. This has been Gerardo Morillo, founder of ProsperityLifeHacks.com. Thank you so much for watching this podcast. If you like my work, feel free to check more at ProsperityLifeHacks.com. Thank you.